What up guys, it's Adrian from YouMotorcycle, and in today's video I'm going to be talking to you guys about 10 things that I miss about my Harley-Davidson Sportster. So if you're shopping around looking for a Sportster, this might be a good video for you to check out. Also, my next one is going to be about 10 things I don't miss about this bike. So yeah, stay tuned for that. So the first thing I miss about my Sporty is that because my Sportster was rubber mounted in the frame, which I think was after 2004 and up, the motor actually vibrated in the frame, which looked really cool. So the bike would be settled, planted at a red light, whatever, and the motor would just vibrate inside the frame. Later years Sportsters, the whole bike will kind of shake. But when you have the rubber mounted ones, it just shakes within the frame, and I thought that looked totally cool. The second thing I miss about my Sportster is that there is an accessories catalog the size of a phone book. After the Sportster, I went to other bikes, including a Suzuki Boulevard M50 and including a Harley-Davidson V-Rod, and there was just no parts, like extra goodies, in compared to how much stuff you can add on to a Sportster. Of course, the third thing I missed was just that sound of like... The Sportster just sounds amazing. You know it when you hear it, and even though I have a V-Rod and it's a Harley, it doesn't sound as good as a Sporty does. If you're looking at 2007 up Sportsters, they're going to come with fuel injection, which is great. Before that, you could actually get them tuned pretty well with kits and stuff. If you have a carbureted model, I strongly recommend doing a stage 1 kit. I have a video all about how to do that. I will link to it up here somewhere. But the fuel injection really is a nice touch. Another nice touch is that 90% of the Sportsters you're ever going to see, probably even more than that, are going to have a rear disc brake, which is actually kind of still a little hard to find on middleweight cruisers like this one. Another thing I loved about the Sportster was that I didn't really have to try and make it match my character. Some people will put decals of their favorite sports team or skulls and flames and that kind of stuff, and I never really had to try and make the Sportster be more like me, because the bike has so much character of its own that yeah, why mess with it? Great personality on this machine. And this right here was another thing that I missed about my Sportster. It had a nice low seat height. When I had it, I was a university student, and it was really easy to say to girls, hey, have you ever been on a Harley before? And then I'd pull up on my Sportster and they could easily get on off the seat. It was great. Good memories, good times. Another thing that I miss is that BMW riders, for whatever reason, just pretend like you don't exist. I was invisible to them. They would never wave back at me. Any other bike I've ever been on, I've never had that experience, but for some reason, BMW guys just cannot handle seeing you on your Sportster. I don't know what's up with that. If you know, leave me a comment down there somewhere. Going back to the mufflers and the sound, I used to live in a basement apartment when I had my Sporty, and I sometimes had the girls living upstairs having some very wild late nights, and the nice thing was that in the morning when I had to go to work, I made sure that I woke them up nice and early. So I guess you could say, whether or not you believe loud pipes save lives, we can all agree that loud pipes really help you make your point. See this right here? If you know, you know. Belt drive. Honestly, I love belt drive more than chain or shaft. I love that shaft is very low maintenance, but guess what? So is belt drive. I love that on chain you can adjust your sprockets to different sizing to affect your gear ratios and how your bike's going to accelerate, what your top speed will be. Guess what? You can change the pulleys on a belt drive and do that too. I feel like belt drives really gives you the advantage of both of the other drive systems and minimal disadvantage. Every time I have to adjust the chain on another motorcycle, I always think, man, why didn't they just put a belt on this? And last but not least, I love that there are so many different ways to customize it. Unless it's stock, you'll never see two bikes that are perfectly identical if they're Sportsters. People are always finding different little ways to modify them. Whether it's a little $20 tidbit here, or you could easily go into thousands of dollars worth of mods. There is a ton of stuff that you can do to make this bike your own. It's a great, fun little machine. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. My next video is going to be on 10 things that I do not miss about this bike, because bear in mind, while it's a great motorcycle, they've been making these things since 1957. They have been continually improving it since 1957. That does not mean that the Sportster is a perfect machine, okay? It's not. There are 10 things I definitely do not miss about this bike, and we're going to cover that in the next video. Ride safe, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see that video, please hit subscribe, and please like this video for more good motorcycle content. Thanks, guys. Peace.